I'm back. How are we now? So what are we looking at, what are we looking at with these layoffs? I'm sure we've had more more developments in the last hour. The kill team will arrive shortly. Oh, stop, really? As soon as I wake up, raining? Okay.
Nice. Just like that, Sam. Good morning to you.
I gotta be down here anyway because I gotta pick up the rest of my stuff.
That's the spirit.
I'm watching Bandai Namco's summer showcase for Digimon stuff and just been jump scared by a sea dog jump scare. He's hoping it. Oh, well, or hosting it. So, what do we all know about these layoffs? Have we learned more specificity type shit? So, Microsoft, as a company, laid off 9,000 people, yeah? Is that the right number? Phil Spencer will allegedly retire as CEO. Where'd you hear that? I mean, I'm pretty sure I said that was going to happen fucking a million years ago, but it seems like even without all the layoffs, it just seems like an appropriate timeline for Phil. Who do you think the new CEO is going to be?
You've been working pretty
I have a
hard.
sneaking suspicion they're going to put Sarah Bond in. Well, didn't we already know because of court documents that there was... Actually, not even. I thought it was just spoken about that, you know, or known. I can't remember what the source was. That Game Pass was like on a timeline to some level of profitability. I'm almost positive that was a thing that was already kind of publicly, either through court documents or otherwise. But, I mean, listen, even if you didn't have that, think about it this way. We do know that Phil was the one that went in and kind of, with some others, and convinced Microsoft to not, shut down the Xbox division entirely. And I suspect when a company is getting ready to shut something down, you go in to the room and you convince them to not do it anymore. There are some contingencies. Is this just playing Coldplay again? No. Okay, good. And I suspect there's timelines, right? You know, you got this much time. Go make it happen. And it's not for lack of money. I don't think Microsoft has plans to exit gaming now. But when they were looking, they were looking to exit pre-Satya and pre-Phil going in after the epic fuck-up that was Don Matrick.
Let's go grab a bite.
I am in no way, shape, or form saying that Microsoft's going to leave gaming. They have spent too much money to buy their way into a blue ocean market in the most profitable media landscape on Earth. They are not leaving. What they are doing, though, is dramatically shifting how they operate within that. And they clearly have some goals in mind. And none of this shit's working right now, except for the fact that they can spend money to stay in. No, Microsoft doesn't do that. They had to be convinced not to do that with, you know, with the Hi-Fi Rush developer. Remember, they got bought. They came along and saved fucking PlayerUnknown or whatever fucking company that owns PlayerUnknown came in and saved that shit. Tango. Well, no. Tango's the developer. I mean, the people that came in and swept them up. So, like, Microsoft is doing the Disney or the multimedia conglomerate thing where it's like, once we've bought it, nobody else gets this anymore. Because nobody else is allowed to do it. If we couldn't do it, nobody else can because it looks bad on us. And we want to sit on this as a value add in perpetuity, even if we're no longer using it. So, like, you know, worst case scenario, they're like, all right, well, nobody else can do it, so it's a defensive move, right? Where we don't have to put up with any of that, you know, coming out of competitors or accidentally generating competitors. We just eat everything up and do absolutely nothing with it. And then we fumble every 5 seconds and only survive on the back of an endless checkbook printing money to float this whole thing in Game Pass until we are 90% market share in what we're hoping will be the what gaming is 15 years from now, and then it won't matter because we'll just be a publisher with this service and be Steam of the future. Like, that's basically what they're going for here. There is no love for gaming, there is no passion, there is no nothing. Phil was that guy. Phil is no longer that guy in terms of he can't make that happen inside of Microsoft anymore. Nobody can. They are dead. They are beyond corporatized. Xbox's division held on to some of that for a while even though they were under the Microsoft brand. It's gone. Satya is going to burn that whole thing to the fucking ground, and we're just going to get whatever is under the Microsoft Xbox brand. The vast majority is going to be corporate slop, shoot for a 7 out of 10, hope for the best, monetized bullshit. Game Pass day one. That's what you're getting. That's what you're gonna get. And I don't know how anyone could fucking refute that at this point. I think it's just pure huffing copium. Like, there was a window in which it looked like Phil Spencer and crew were going to pull this one out and eventually get the ship turned. And then as soon as the ship only got halfway turned, it was all just, it was, the writing was on the wall, it was all over but the crying. They were just, at some point they were more or less fucking figureheads. Just, that's all it was. Done. The video game market as it stands is for people who actually enjoy video games and aren't just the mass market, you know, I don't even care what's going on in this game as long as my dopamine fucking receptors pop off every 3 seconds. We are going to be reduced down to the few, the brave, the Sandfalls, the, you know, what have yous, the AA and under that can still find publishers that are not operating on that level of corporate bullshit. That's what we get. Everything else, slop. Garbage. And we're gonna be getting gaslit like crazy by people who are on fucking copium, that everything is fine and their favorite, you know, studio or their favorite publisher or their favorite console developer or console manufacturer, everything is fine, they're great, you just don't understand, you know, things are hard, etc, etc. It's gonna be a ton of gaslight. I promise you right now, there is already an enormous amount of gaslighting happening in the Xbox sphere on social media right now by a handful of people who are absolutely, they're doing two things. They're doing two things. One, Xbox is fine, everything is fine. Two, how dare you talk about this when so many people just lost their jobs? Do you have no respect for these people? That is what's happening right now. You go and look around, that's what you're gonna see. It's by and large.
Just a little longer.
Everything's fine. How dare you talk about this? Oh yeah, not only did they survive, but there was apparently another MMO in development by ZeniMax Online that is canceled now.
Let's go grab a bite.
Yep, turn 10 nuked. Fairness though, I'm not surprised about that one. This is why. Forza Motorsport, while it's been okay, has not done particularly well in its market for some time. There's been a lot of struggle with that franchise.
Coming home soon.
And the last game took a very long time, and it still wasn't all that great. And then Forza Horizon, being made by Playground Games, has put out banger after banger after banger for 3 consecutive games now that has cannibalized Forza Motorsport. Because even though it's not as much of a simcade as Forza Motorsport is, it got close enough while being so much better as a game and as a product that people didn't care and they just went and played it anyway. So I'm not like of the big layoffs. I'm not shocked. Is this still playing? Like, I just imagine just letting me stand here and not having to like fucking diddle my friggin' analog stick. We'll do that. But this is a bunch of stuff, right? Like, let's say Activision Blizzard and ZeniMax never got bought by Microsoft. This is still happening. Because those devs and publishers were self-inflicting wounds along the way. Growing too quickly, requiring too many hands on deck to make a game, and ballooning costs and ballooning everything non-stop for too long. And then they got bought out. And so, you know, I don't necessarily think that this would not have played out, not on today, but like, obviously, all at once, like you would if you're owned by a singular company. But the bleed and hemorrhage would have all been basically the same. I mean, these companies, many of these companies have been putting out, for the amount of money they're spending on games, they're not putting out games that can make enough money. That's the, like, do you think that if Turn 10 were turning out games on a 4-year cycle instead of a 6-year cycle, and they were making good profit margins, that they would be cutting their staff by 50%? Of course not. Do you think if the Initiative, which was like the Avengers getting assembled all into one epic quadruple A game, actually had something to show for it, and that it was likely going to make any of that money back, that they would have ever fucking laid off all these people and closed down the studio? Of course not. All right, Roran, have a good one, buddy. You know? Look at it this way. Everyone else is firing people. Capcom been hiring. Right? Like, oh, the industry's falling apart. Everything's fucking terrible. No. You think Sam Fall's laying people off right now? Oh, are you talking about the Game Awards speech, Fox? But you know what else? You know, listen, it's horrible that so many people are losing their jobs. It's fucking awful. And the majority of people getting laid off, it is unlikely to be, you know, their share in the problem is small. It's not like every one of the people getting laid off is a you know, a useless developer or a horrible programmer or the worst fucking, you know, character designer or level designer ever fucking. The writing been on the wall for what? Well, yes. And then that, you know, and that's what I was talking about. I mean, like, even if Microsoft didn't own these guys, yes, it wouldn't have happened all in one day like this. But these same video game developers and publishers would still be laying these people off. It's a self-inflicted wound that is now having to be self-corrected. The self-inflicted wound being thinking and acting on the idea that in order to make popular, you know, financially successful games, you need to have 700 people work on a game at a studio and then another like satellite of 700 more contractors. And then spend 8 years working on a game. I mean, think about this for a second. Go and look up how much time passed between Grand Theft Auto 3, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Go ahead, go look it up. the amount of time that passed between the release of Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, San Andreas. Those 3 games. To go from Grand Theft Auto 3 to Vice City, 1 year. Vice City to San Andreas, 2 years. To my recollection, that was all the same dev. They didn't have, like, fucking 3 different development teams all working on that shit in parallel. So in a 3-year... And then from San Andreas to Grand Theft Auto 4, 4 years. Great, so from Grand Theft Auto 3 to the launch of 4, meaning 3, Vice City, San Andreas, Grand Theft Auto 4. Um, 7 years? How long did Starfield take? Each of the games had different devs? Okay, let me use a different example then. What was the time between Mass Effect 1, Mass Effect 2, Mass Effect 3? Actually, no? Okay, there you go. Wasn't it Rockstar North for every one of them, or some shit? Like, Rockstar North was... fucking... Vice City... Right. So even if Mass Effect 3 is rushed, let's add that year, Panic. So Mass Effect 1, Mass Effect 2, Mass Effect 3 plus 1 year. What are we looking at? Because for Rockstar North did Vice City, San Andreas, Grand Theft Auto 4 in roughly the same amount of time as Star Citizen was developed and released. Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 were developed and released with not much more time. There was a tectonic shift that happened post like 2014, though the catalyst of it would have been a little earlier because of lead time on development, where we completely lost the plot. Mass Effect 2007, Mass Effect 2, 2010, 2012. Add a year since it was apparently rushed, which would be 3 years, 3 years, 6 years, plus the original. So unless the original Mass Effect took more than 3 years, then even including the development time for Mass Effect 1, all of that happened in the same time frame as something like Starfield. Started dev in 2004. Okay, so it's 3 years, 3 years, 3 years, 2 years. Add the year, so 3 years for all. So in under a decade, let's put a finer point on this. An entirely new intellectual property with more world building than almost any game that came before and after it, to critical acclaim and Game of the Year noms basically across the board, even under the gun of EA in the 11th hour, and being forced in the period where everything was forced to have multiplayer, all of that in a 10-year window. Something, and it's not just, oh, games are more complicated now, so it's just so much, oh, there's just so, stop. Who made it that complicated? Why is it that complicated? Like, just clearly we've got some serious problems here. That pizza's definitely free. The 30-minute delivery time is spent. So I say all of that to say that, you know, we have, you know, there was something, and you can get a hint of what that something was, because again, Sandfall with the team of 33 plus a contingent of part-time South Korean animators did Expedition 33 in 6 years if you include the absolute genesis point where the dude woke up one day and said, I'm just gonna see if I can meme around in Unreal Engine 5 for fun. But clearly less time than that. Probably more like 4 years of actual honest to God. Like, do we really include where the lead was going around on forums looking for somebody to maybe do music? With Microsoft's current metrics, Mass Effect, no, it wouldn't. But that was the point I was talking about earlier, where like gaming has reached a point where it's like the movie industry, where everyone's chasing the dragon, and everyone wants to be Marvel in the movies, and everyone wants to be Fortnite in gaming. And I don't mean by recreating Fortnite, but I mean in terms of the expectation of profitability. And not just the expectation that you will be profitable, but the scale of profitability. Right? It's not good enough to be profitable. It is be profitable at like a 10x fucking multiplier. Or you're dead. Right? That's the real problem. It's not, there's never been more money in this industry. Ever. Money's not a problem. There's never been as many players waiting to play games. That's not a problem. How many points do we need to be able to draw a line to point out what the problem is? We all know, everyone knows what the fucking problem is. This isn't rocket science. Saying that this is incredibly complex and there's so many moving parts and so you couldn't possibly reduce it down to something like that is like looking at 10,000 logs laying on the road that are being used to efficiently move a granite slab and being like, you just can't explain it that easy. There's too many moving parts. And the parts are a bunch of fucking logs. Like this is literally just to build off the log thing. This is like when you get a bunch of people who are in the industry who are like dying on a hill that you know, that none of the real corporate stuff is a problem, or there's not too many people working on games, or like the motivations behind making games are a problem. All this, they want you to think that this is like a really huge, complex, incredibly complicated thing. Or like the same people that would look at the pyramids and be like, bro, you don't understand. Aliens and like advanced technology nobody's ever seen before made this thing, and the lines that, you know, that you can't even get a piece of paper between these stones, and they're so massive and whatnot. And then on the other end of it, you're like, yeah, but have you ever heard of like 700 years of just slave labor? Just because architecture today is just brutalist architecture where everything is a fucking rectangle of concrete and steel that can be erected of like a 200 fucking story building in 3 calendar years, does not mean that these sprawling fucking cathedrals that have more detail than you could ever fucking imagine weren't done by hand over the course of like 10 fucking generations of the same family teaching their children how to do the thing until 700 plus years go by and the thing is built. Sometimes it is an obvious answer. Panic. The beer rations workers were built. Well, you know what I mean. Inexpensive. They vibe coded the pyramid together. They just took a really long time. Like, why would they ever, like, you know, move the blocks that way? It would just take so long and it would be inefficient. Well, they're not worried about efficiency. This started when we erected Obama. Exactly, Adam. Listen. Egypt is old enough that in ancient Egypt that we study, there were ancient Egyptologists already. At that time. That is the age of Egypt. That shit been around for a while. Cleopatra was alive closer to the release of the first iPhone than I will be for the release of Star Citizen for my birth. I hope to pass my account down to my children. Panic's between you and I, Mark. Is Star Citizen hitting a 1.5 billion before launch? Star Citizen will hit whatever it needs to because it is a perpetual money pit. I don't care. I don't even care how good the game is at this point. There is, you know, you don't get to have $1 billion or something budget for a video game. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It doesn't matter how good it is. And it will never be... Listen, Star Citizen will never be good enough to justify the fucking time and money that it spent to make. It'll never be a... They've created an impossible situation. Oh, at least I still have that stuff. Okay. You know what? There were Switch 2s in Costco the other day when I was there. Whole bunch of them in stock. I looked at it, I thought about it, and I asked myself, Adam, You have to pay for a real estate course. You have a bunch of real life shit that's gonna cost you an absolute fortune in the next 6 to 9 months of time, starting up this business, all this shit. Can you justify $800 just to be able to beat Drekka in Mario Kart? And I almost did it. I was close. I was right there. And then I stopped myself. I was right there. Dono gold? No, those donos would go straight into all of the other shit. Like, I just dropped 3,400 in a single sitting on this license course. And that's not even the end of it. There's another, like, over 2 grand on the other side. So, I ain't got money for a single console for a single game. Oh boy. Sadly, we're gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. Oh, listen, nothing you... Panic, nothing you just listed... You can't participate in any of those things cheaply. All of them are expensive. Every one. Update on graphics card. Funny you should say that. Yesterday, I got an email that it has reached its destination. So, I am now waiting to hear more from XFX. The appeal seemed to have finally worked. Does that money include the drugs you'll need to be able to hallucinate that? Dude, they literally tried to extort me over that graphics card. The US is so fucked. It's crazy work. Absolute crazy work. Oh, I don't have enough resin? That's not good. Need to go get some more resins. I will say one of the things, like, really, there's very little about the actual, like, mechanical game component of this to complain about. But I will say that I greatly appreciate that that you can do almost any of that I just did in any order and still end up getting that equipment into a vehicle or whatever in any order you want. Like, I just had that, realized I couldn't carry it, put it on the ground, crafted a vehicle, took the vehicle out of storage, then went back, got the material, put it in the vehicle, all in one menu. Which is great. I assume you've seen the stuff about Alligator Alcatraz in Florida. I've read the words Alligator Alcatraz, and I have heard parts of it, but I did not bring myself to go all the way down the fucking rabbit hole because it already sounded so fucking unimaginably insane that I didn't know if I wanted to fully experience whatever the hell that is.
Vehicle ready. Please drive carefully. Order accepted. Thank you.
God, just the game portion of this game is really just solid, really fucking good. Whether you enjoy the gameplay loop is entirely another thing altogether, but it's just really fucking well done. And it bothers me so much that the story is such a schizo fucking delivered meme. What the fuck? What the fuck, bro? Yikes. 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 Last two messages? What? Which last two messages? Oh, in chat. Has merch? Incredible. Of course it does. I mean, this is under the Trump administration. Everything has merch. My Trumper friend has been bitching, and my condolences. Just wait for the 5-year knock-on effect of if this big beautiful bitch gets through, and another $3.3 trillion gets added to your already insane fucking debt that you are now bordering on not being able to service with GDP. What could possibly go wrong? Oh right, nobody has any financial literacy. Nothing. Nothing can go wrong. Everything's fine. Am I really trying to take this up and over a mountain? Yes. Yes, I am. I am Monday off and I'm not drywalling. Imagine, hey, could anyone want to do drywalling on their day off? People don't even want to do drywalling when they're getting paid. Like, do I mind the act of mudding and taping? Not terribly. Do I want to do it as some sort of, like, recreational activity? No. Oh shit, I was gonna try and do this on the ridgeline. Sounds like a horrible idea. Let's do something even worse. Let's do the coastline in this thing. That'll be fine. Oh, hanging, like actually hanging drywall? Like, yeah, no, that's a bad time. Especially if you're doing like, you know, 3/8. Oh, not 3/8, sorry, if you're doing like, actual half-inch or more. Or 5/8 is what I'm looking for. 5/8. You're thinking, oh, that's not that much thicker. It couldn't be that much heavier. Narrator. It was that much heavier. It was for Paul's house and a no. Yeah, see, that's also different, right? That's like, you know, if this was like for a friend's actual home, you could be like, okay, yeah, gotcha. But otherwise. $300 for the day? Bruh. Hell no. To the no, no, no. Hell no. To the no, no. Handed a teddy bear. Don't worry, I'll have this package delivered in 4 to 5 business years. Wait, you're telling me, oh, hold on. You're telling me, I should have put this together, but you're telling me that this man was all in on Trump, who ran on a platform of deporting the people that literally make his business go round. I'm attempting to download. If your lights flicker, that's why. Alright, sounds good. Hi, caramba. Wait until, yeah, just, you know, it'd be nice though, apropos of nothing, if this room could be less than 30 degrees Celsius. What's scary is that my door is still open. If I had the door closed, I'd die. I would have perished already. My computers would have melted. I also have a fan constantly running behind me, circulating air out of this portion of the room because the curtain blocks off a lot of it. These little bastards are running around with shit on their back that's hilarious. What was it, Draco? What the fuck? That is an old... What? Holy shit. That does sound simple, Zeth.
Tell me, Sam.
I should do it.
Have you been having distressing dreams again lately? You know, nightmares can be indicative of the brain's internal struggles as we attempt to come to terms with traumatic events. By taking our memories of recent events and shuffling them in this fashion, we attempt to find ways of coping with them. Nevertheless, it can be an unpleasant experience. I hope you can get some restful sleep soon.
So is Dollman just like the video game player's freeze psychologist or something? Like I... Same brain cell, Mark. Timu Eskie. Hell no. To the no, no, no. Hell no. This is a journey. Come on. Fucking drugger.
All right, let's focus on the task at hand. Oh, Sam. I spoke with Rainey earlier. She tells me Tomorrow's making excellent progress with her studies. Before we left to see the mother, she was tackling and solving relatively elementary problems. In seems she's since progressed to intermediate and higher level threats. At this rate, she might well surpass our own capabilities before long. To learn is to grow. To watch her grow so quickly has been a delight.
Thank you for that random update. James Webb has broken its own record in capturing the farthest, oldest galaxy. Good job, James. Didn't the James Webb also capture for the first time like an actual planet instead of like the fucking after image of a planet?
Feels good.
This is fine. Maybe I'm thinking of one of our other telescopes, but this just happened in like the last week.
Just a bit further now.
I'm sorry, what's that name? Twizzy Kitty Cookie. And the illustrious Beef Bucket. Whatever the first paragraph AI summary goes, you could! That would be funny. And also probably dangerous.
Thanks for the help, Sam.
It did
Apologies for
capture
treating
some
you as a
gas giant exoplanet pictures and detected CO2. Yes, that was, yeah, that sounds it, like, what I had seen in passing.
Contaminating this work site either. Anyway, let me check your cargo. On you, Sam. This cargo looks to be in perfect condition. It's no wonder your client speaks so highly of your work.
Hell no! Oh no, I've got that stuck in my fucking head now. Oh boy. Bipartisan lawmakers propose giving Trump the authority to transfer B-2 stealth bombers and 30,000-pound bunker buster bombs to Israel if Iran is found to still be developing nuclear weapons. Big if true.
Cheers for that, Sam. This'll take care of that blockage, no worries. We'll get started right away.
Commence the
We can
X-Lax.
handle the blockage. It's fine. I'd rather you get some sleep so you're ready to tackle your next order. By the time you wake up, we'll probably be finished anyway. Enjoy your rest.
Why did that sound so indignant? Am I crazy? Might need a shower. I look like I've been bleeding from the cock and balls for the last 3 days. Cock and ball? I'm not the one sitting on the bed. Unless you know something about our boy that I don't,
Sam, we've used the information provided by the Motherhood's doctor to identify the location of the weapons factory. Stopping the supply of these weapons at the source will make it far easier to carry out future missions. Whereas leaving the factory alone only increases the risk of networked facilities coming under attack in the future. So let's shut it down ASAP. Tarman
Great.
has already made preparations. Access the T2 Magellan's delivery terminal to pick up this main order. Tarman will explain the rest.
Damn it. Seems the beach calls.
not one other person, by the way, is available to do any of this military work. There are no standing militaries. There are no soldiers left anywhere. It is Sam and Sam alone. Alright, well, Shady friggin' does illegal things to herself. I'll be right back. Moon Mist ice cream. Oh man, that is in a very East Coast Canadian. Ice cream specific.
Each time we take the DHV Magellan into the currents, the level of tar pollution on board increases. Which is why everyone has to pitch in to clean the ship after every trip. In spite of that, we still find ourselves stymied by nasty blockages like this one. Tarman broke 3 mops attempting to dislodge a particularly stubborn wad before throwing up his hands in despair. Although he failed in that epic struggle, I can only respect his dedication. Come to think of it, the doctor's talents were a sight to behold. A psychic midwife. I've never had the opportunity to watch one at work before. How many children has she held in those hands of hers, I wonder? I expect she knows a great deal about BB units as well.
Banana, grape, and bubblegum flavors of ice cream all in one. Yeah, Moon Mist was never my favorite personally. It is a Nova Scotia thing, but it is... it's unique.
Come to think of it, those apples Rainey gave us do look tasty, I must say. Such bright, healthy colors. Perfectly ripened in my estimation. How fortunate that we received so many.
Is it time? It's time. I'm gonna watch Norman Reedus eat a fucking apple, aren't I? While laying down. Dollman is literally fucking rubbing one out. To the thought of eating that apple.
Sam, your next order is a little complicated, if I'm being honest. I'll brief you on the particulars while you review the relevant information. Go ahead and accept this main order on the terminal.
Okay.
Okay, Sam. This next order calls for you to infiltrate a weapons factory and disable the weapon fabricators you find within. The factory is located in this area. Although it's outside the chiral network, they have fabricators capable of producing advanced weaponry. We don't know what kind of security they have on site, so make sure you're prepared to face anything and everything. There's also a vital piece of equipment you'll need to take with you. We'll get it ready once you've finalized your route.
So, I mean, I've thought about this a couple of times, and I think I even mentioned it once, but, sushi in Vancouver is like tasting the essence of a deity. Any coastal place is gonna have incredible sushi. Because it's on the fucking coast. It strikes me as kind of funny that in a game like this, I could show video of like 90% of what we've done so far. And it wouldn't even constitute a spoiler. Either because it has almost no material addition to whatever the fuck is going on, or everything is so like void of context at all times that it wouldn't matter.
The ring terminal expansion device is designed to support the ring terminal's hacking capabilities. The factory where the weapon fabricators are located is outside the bounds of the chiral network, and APAS has determined that you won't be able to hack into them with your ring terminal alone. But with this device in your possession, all
there are
you need
combat
to do is
boots to do
access
more
the
damage when
fabricator
kicking,
terminal.
or stealth
They'll be
boots
hacked and
for
rendered
being
inoperable
stealthy.
before you know it.
There's
Once
also
the terminal
combat
is out of
legs,
action, they'll have no
like
way of getting
the
fabricators
mechanical
up and
shit.
running. And they'll likely conclude it's not worth the hassle to try and make weapons here again. Hacking the weapon fabricator terminal will also simultaneously extract any data stored in its drive. So be sure to bring the expansion device back to the Magellan once the fabricators are disabled. You'll need to submit it to the ship's delivery terminal to complete the order. We'll conduct a full analysis of the data you bring us. Oh, and a word of warning. This device contains unique components that can't be reproduced with a chiral printer. So whatever you do, don't break it. Get the job done, Sam.
No pressure. No. Hold on. Oh, excuse me. There's currently cargo on board the DHV Magellan. You will receive the Magellan evaluation for order or request for the DHV. Thank you, Shady. Oh yeah, we're experiencing higher than normal call volumes has been bullshit for ages. They just do that to make up for the fact that they're only hiring, like, way fewer people than they should be, and are just trying to deter people from actually sitting on the phone and waiting. It's a bunch of horse shit. They're just making shit up. You could call literally like first call of the day, midday, end of day, slowest day of the week. Doesn't matter when. Alright, so we want to go...
Delivery route finalized.
That's not even close to what I wanted to do, game.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
Alright, here we go!
Sam, there's an animal that appears to be on its own.
Yeah, real shame.
Good opportunity to assist the shelter with their preservation initiative.
Yeah, it would, wouldn't it?
Stretch my legs.
Dead animals, yes, do trigger void outs. Yeah.
Wait, Sam. I don't think we're alone out here.
No shit.
Oh boy!
Oh, they're ghost mercs. That's fun. Oh, these boys are like fucking floating and shit.
Reconnaissance complete.
We can't even go quiet on this, really. I don't really have the weaponry to do that. Okay.
Almost there.
I would have brought some more. Let me think about this. I was pretty sure at some point they actually talked about animal deaths also being a void out problem, but maybe I'm misremembering. What is the... What's my entry point? See, there's two of them here. Boy inside as well. What options do I have here? Will this guy turn? Okay, so they just go in circles. I got enough to kill one more silent. But something tells me I'm fighting my way out of here anyway.
Okay, we're here. Use your ring terminal expansion device to hack into the fabricator terminal.
Let's do it from this side.
Okay, those fabricators are toast. We've extracted the necessary data as well. Let's let's make our escape and return to the DHV Magellan. Don't forget to bring the ring terminal expansion device with you.
No way to open that door, but they're outside anyway. I've got enough firepower to get it in most situations right now, so I don't want to carry a bunch more weight. But again, it wouldn't surprise me if I was gonna have to.
When did you start getting your hands?
There he is. There's Troy. I was like, where the fuck is Troy Baker? I knew this place looked familiar. I've seen this bitch in a fucking cutscene or a trailer. It's hexadecimal.
Let that yawn out. There's no pretending. I will hold you and protect you.
Yeah, but where's the Power Rangers theme song?
So let love warm you till the morning.
Hey, brother. Did you miss me?
Hell no.
Yeah, I figured you'd pay this place a visit. Seeing as how I've been distributing the fruits of this fine factory all over the continent. Some guns and violence, the whole damn world could be yours. Same as it ever was. Oh. Looks like you decided to trade in that rope for a stick this go-round.
No shit.
Well, I suppose even a porter has to pull the trigger from time to time. Oh, what about you? Hey, buddy. Are you just another soulless little husk, huh?
Let go of me!
Oh.
Pathetic guitarist. Where's the rest of your band?
You tell him.
Well, ain't that something?
Was it you, Higgs? Huh? Was it you that killed Lou?
You still don't know, do you? Sam the man. In the dark. About everything.
What the fuck do you know about my kid?
If you want answers, you're gonna have to find them yourself. But the ones you do find, that pain you nurse will only get worse. Now, I gotta say, I'm not a big fan of that fancy boat your friends brought along, so before they show up, how about I get a little taste of that endless agony? Hmm? Something special just for you. Bit of that rope you like so much. This here, my guts. And they'll grow tighter over time. You best believe they will pop your head clean off. But you are a patriot.
Ah, yes, the intestinal snake.
Only for my boys here to keep doing their thing over and over again. So you'll just die and keep on dying for all eternity.
Sam! Sam!
Yeah. Really is a shame you won't stay dead. But hey, locking you in a cycle of endless suffering, well, that's good too. So let's Let the glorious game over loop begin.
My man's really said game over loop.
Yeah, Big Red. Just you and me dance, huh? Son of a bitch, just like me.
Man's gonna come back looking like
Sam.
Frieza.
We'll have our fun another time.
Hey, who the hell are you? No, wait!
What on earth was that red behemoth anyway? The way it wielded that sword was almost reminiscent of a samurai. A friend of yours, perhaps?
Almost?
I don't know about that, but they helped me out before.
In any event, I think it's time we left this place. Come on, Sam. Let's get going and return the ring terminal expansion device to the DHV Magellan.
I don't necessarily think that that's Lou. Just because you heard baby fucking sounds and shit. You have to keep in mind, it's got the fucking thingamabobber. You know, just instead of an arm, it's the face. And, so, you know, could be any BB situation. I seriously doubt that's Lou specifically. But also, keeping in mind, nothing matters until everything happens at once. So, I mean, could it be? Fucking sure. Why not? Phenomenal voice acting from Troy Baker. Big shocker. Just absolutely ridiculously good choreography and whatnot in that cutscene. And then just 100% what the fuck the whole way through. I have not played Metal Gear Solid 5, no. I haven't really played through any of them all the way through. I've played very little Metal Gear Solid because they've never really, interested me, which is ironic because if I had to take a guess, for those who have played Metal Gear Solid 5, is that this has suddenly become very close to Metal Gear Solid 6. Gameplay-wise.
Just a bit further now.
Sam, glad you're okay. I'll check your order status right away.
Draco.
That was some incredible fighting. I knew you had it in you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a lot of bad things to say about the combat in this, especially compared to the first, except for the amount of it. It just feels like it just feels out of place for what, like, this is an individual taste thing, but like how I view Death Stranding, it feels weird to have as much combat in there as there is. But that's not to say that the combat is particularly bad. The worst parts of the combat are really around just the UI. So weapon swapping, selecting grenades, things like that. Unless I haven't just, come across how to do it otherwise, you have to go into a start menu. Which is not ideal. It's clunky and whatnot. But like otherwise, it's fine. It's good. It's solid combat. It gives you good options to tackle your problems. by and large. So I mean, I don't really have a lot of like, you know, functionally, it's good. It's just practically in the in the context of the game, it feels out of place.
I'm glad we could confirm that Higgs was involved. Though I still don't
But
understand how
at this point, like, given what we've been doing with the story, nothing is out of place anymore.
His control. And Higgs is determined to spread weapons to every corner of Australia. The information we retrieved from the device you brought back to us only serves to confirm this. We now know for a fact that the weapons popping up in this region can all be traced back to that factory. But that's not all we've determined. We've also learned about a new type of fabricator, one that wasn't present at the weapons factory. It's not clear where they're being used or what they're producing, but this likely means there may be another factory out there. We'll look into it.
Great work, Sam. That factory won't be capable of producing weapons ever again. The Motherhood should rest a little bit easier with that knowledge. Higgs remains a concern, however. It is indeed possible he has another factory elsewhere in the continent. It seems we'll need to proceed with greater caution in the days and weeks ahead. Upgrading the Magellan may also be worth considering. As for you, Sam, you need only to continue expanding the network.
And randomly going about killing entire camps of
You should return
insurgents.
to your private room and get some rest. You made a real difference today.
Oh, we've learned Japanese
Said
now.
it again.
Wait! Looks like clear skies. Let the sun shine tomorrow. It's a Japanese game to predict the weather. I learned it as a kid. This is rainy, cloudy, and sunny. A charm to ward off evil spirits. To help keep tomorrow safe. Hope it's right.
Doesn't it always rain whenever you go outside, though?
Yes. But deep down in my heart, it's really sunny. Always.
Okay, your turn.
Okay. Let's do this. 明日天気になれ。
Typical.
There. Now it'll be sunny.
Bye, Sam.
Bye.
So, like, I'm out gallivanting around the world taking on, like, nearly omnipotent fucking killer beings and stitching all this together, and these two are just in the room fucking throwing shoes around? Nah, bro. Sleep till morning.
Sam, good neck injury you suffered during your altercation with Higgs appears to have healed. You know, I've been thinking about what he said at West Fort.
I had a neck injury?
He claimed that extinction wasn't his creed, that he wanted to build a world where fear and violence are king. I can only assume that at present he lacks the means to set the last Stranding in motion. So instead, he settled for trying to pit people against one another so they can tear the world apart for him. The weapons factory was just a means to that end.
Political commentary!
The rope that is the chiral network to bring the whole continent together. But that's not all he said, of course. He wanted to get under your skin with those comments about Loom. To get his revenge by inflicting as much pain and suffering as possible on the undying repatriate. Personally, I think you should try to put it out of your mind. Focus on finishing this journey, and in doing so, finding the closure you need. That's one of the reasons we took to the road, after all. That and finishing the network to bring forth a new place.
Oh, right, when he suffocated me with his small intestine.
Sam, Charlie here. Another assignment has been registered in the system. You can pick up this main order by accessing the Motherhood's delivery terminal.
Hasta tenkininare. All right. My shoes don't come off. Oh well.
Nailed it. Sorry, Shades.
Feels good.
Holy shit. Oh, you get likes for liking things on that, eh? That's fucking weird. Okay.
Sam, do you remember the coffin Higgs used to make his escape from the weapons factory? Well, it seems we've identified a similar-looking object. The mechanic, whose shelter you're slated to link up next, reached out to us. He's asked us to go and retrieve this object on his behalf. I'll give you a more detailed briefing as you review the request. Accept the main order on this delivery terminal to proceed.
Okay. Ah, of course, yes, it would be there.
Hello, Sam. Charlie here. This next order requires you to retrieve a piece of cargo. Said cargo is located somewhere within this armed survivalist's base, and is a
Didn't I already clear that?
coffin-shaped object.
Okay.
Additional devices of unknown purpose appear to have been delivered to the base as well. While much remains unclear, securing the coffin for study may provide us with intel on Higgs and his movements. The mechanic is eager to conduct an analysis, and we have every intention of cooperating with him. That's all the additional information I have for now.
We, which
There may be more
means
surprises in store
me.
for us during this operation. So take all due care in plotting your route and finalizing your equipment loadout. We're counting on you, Sam.
No shit. Um... I don't know if I can get away with... I think I might have to just run that, put that in the locker. I'm unlikely to need that. Wait, did I fabricate the wrong... No. The fuck? Oh, it's right there. Okay, so we have another... Oh, okay. Now we're talking.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Oh my god, Fox going right in on the spag bowl. Hey. So,
I know you got what it takes.
did you take into account the cost of the store-bought sauce? Okay. So... this is easier if I come at it from this side. Okay, here we go. Of course it's raining. Why wouldn't it be? Ow. I wonder if these will reach down that far.
And just like the guy whose feet are too big.
So do they just put the same guys in the same place? Looks like it. Every time. Every time. Let the games begin. Ding 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 You fucking dumbass game. You fucking dumbass game. Grab his dick and twist it! Twist that dick!
There we go, get out of my way.
Why am I not able to fucking... Okay. Well, that's fucking super awkward. Really making my life fucking hard on this run here, lads. Alright, fine. This whole run was cursed to begin with. It wasn't letting me do any, like, fucking neck snaps or anything. It was just, it was destined. It just wanted me to have to do this the fucking hard way. So, thank you. Next. Next. Great. Oh, I just need to take this whole ass fucking...
Looks like you have what was requested. All that remains now is to drop it off.
Let's get a move on.
Really? It's not doing too bad. Tank hot as Hades in this fucking bit, this office today. Alright guys, looks like we, yeah, they're all looking for us. Now I've got to cross the bridge, so... Yeah, it's been a real fucking heat wave. This guy's gonna fucking turn around. Yeah. Holy shit, it finally let me. What a fucking miracle. Yeah, I know the cargo's back there. But I gotta take this bitch across the fucking bridge. Which means I gotta clear this bitch out entirely. So are these guys just like, you can't... Sure.
There we go, get out of my
Fuck it, we ball. Fuck it, we ball. Hey. So apparently you can just take a helmet off. Where is this guy in the back going? Oh, is this still here, like, all fucked up? Great. Is he just stuck on some weird, like, permaloop? Huh? What? How did none of those... Okay. Anyway... That was the weirdest stealth attempt we've ever had. Like, I don't know, like, I didn't think those guys were like the special enemies that you can't kill or incapacitate with stealth. I mean, they were just dying to one headshot anyway. Weird. Whatever. Weird. Yes, thank you, Robin Williams. There is a gun on the truck. You can put auto cannons on your own version of this truck as well, although they've never been used on ours. Given everything I know about Rob Williams, I don't know if I would have wanted to be Rob Williams, personally. Legend or no. The man was tortured. Wait a minute. Who isn't tortured? Oh, I suppose.
Stretch my legs.
Kojima, big fans of people whispering into microphones.
Let's go there together. It's up to you, but you know it's ending. Hey, special toy is coming. Do you stay to die? Your smiling faces like a big ship in the sky. I'm playing my guitar, 'cause time is running out. We have prepared everything, I think so far. Tell me what you feel every day. The empty sky is coming, but you don't want to escape anymore. So I say, hey,
That's the place, huh?
tell me what you feel.
Just bodied that kangaroo. Just absolutely I didn't think the fucking stupid animal would run in front of the truck, but I should have known. Just bodied.
I'm glad you could make it. Did you really manage to retrieve the device? Very impressive. This looks perfect.
Looks better than the kangaroo I just ran over.
I know this. I've been looking all over for it. Been waiting a long time for you to get here, friend. I understand you have a Cupid.
A coffin board. What? A coffin-shaped transportation device that can operate as smoothly on water as dry land. Climb inside to hide from enemies. Or deploy stun bombs. Can also be used to dispose of corpses. Will not function outside of the chiral network. Sure.
Now displaying your current porter grade. Fascinating, this ocean of information. It's so much more than I imagined. Enough for me to make great strides in multiple avenues of research. I hesitate to call it a reward, but I would like to present you with
Holy shit, Korean guy, are you here? If not, Drekka. DeAndre Ayton has agreed to sign with the Lakers. What? What? Man, the Lakers get themselves out of bullshit so frequently, it's crazy. Oh my good God.
I finished my examination of that coffin, and now I can share with you the coffin board schematic. It's essentially a coffin that's been equipped with an electric propulsion unit. Who made it and for what purpose is anyone's guess. I just happened to stumble across the associated data while I was studying the one you recovered. I'm also curious how such a bizarre device came into the possession of the armed survivalists. Even though the weapons factory has been destroyed, this and other dangerous tech has been popping up everywhere. We need to use all methods at our disposal to protect ourselves.
Yeah, Aiden and Luca. Yeah, crazy. Crazy.
Again, it's a coffin that's been outfitted with an unusual propulsion unit. It draws up tar from beneath the ground to create a layer upon which it can glide. It's not without its limitations, though. I seriously doubt it will function outside of network coverage. And it's clearly the product of a deranged mind. Regardless, it's not impossible. It might come in handy. Test it in the field and see for yourself what you think. Thanks again for all your help, friend. Oh, and by the way, the data scientist just posted a sub-order for you in the system. Sounds like she's got her hands on something intriguing. You should at least take a look at the request. But I won't keep you. We both have work to do.
Sam, the coffin you recovered for us is being examined by the mechanic as we speak. APAS's own analysis has concluded that while there is no evidence that Higgs was ever inside it, the technology it utilizes is undeniably related to that of the Ghost Mechs. Meaning it's possible that Higgs is still fabricating all new kinds of weapons. Now, as for the coffin board that the mechanic was kind enough to share with you, it's much more than just a mode of transport. If you're within network coverage, you can hide inside one and retreat into the tar currents. This provides an opportunity to catch your breath, or to attack the enemy with a stun bomb. The board you brought back had the very same functionality, so we're very lucky you stole it from the survivalists before they could learn how to use it. It would be terrible indeed if we had to contend with enemies attacking from the tar beneath our feet. I must commend you on a job well done. Thank you, Sam.
Good try, Drecker.
Thanks for doing your part, Sam. I know that wasn't an easy job. The time has come to finally connect East Fort Knot to the chiral network. That said, it will take a while longer for the necessary cargo to be ready for transport. So let's use this time for everyone to get some rest. Between decontaminating the ship and searching for the weapons factory, it's fair to say everyone's been feeling the strain. You and Dolman have had to complete several difficult orders recently, too.
You guys have done literally nothing.
And finished business, then return to the Magellan so you can take a break. We have a long road ahead of us, and we need to manage our health to make it to the end. On another subject, would you mind if I borrowed that instant camera the mechanic gave you? I bet Rainey and Tamara would love to try it out. Apparently, they're pretty rare these days. It'll be a fun experience for them.
Kotaku has revealed that the gameplay demo for the now cancelled Perfect Dark game was entirely fabricated. According to Kotaku, the demo, which released last year, was not based on the actual game and was instead pre-rendered. So they had like 5+ years and didn't even have a like a fucking 15-minute demo. Vertical slice possible. That is impressive. Shit, now we're NBA 2K? I gotta go back and get my trike. I don't want to have to build another one. Sure, Perfect Tired wasn't just Xbox money laundering. Pretty positive. Shades is in shambles. Perfect Dark. Ripperino and Pepper. Stop trying to get yourself killed, dumb animals. Yeah, we're coffin surfing. That seems par for the course in this game at this point, doesn't it? But wait. There's more. Give me those. I'm interested in... Yep, sure. And what else we got? Coffin surfing. Wait, did they move my fucking trike? Or did somebody take it? Oh, you little assholes. No, there it is. I'm in like the worst fucking shoes for this. Oh wait, no, I have to go across the bridge. What's Kojima's metaphor for coffin surfing? The rolling tides and waving vibes are as immaculate in death as they are life. Also, something about big titty goth girls. That breathe through their skin or some shit. So they have to be as close to naked as possible. Something like that. Hey, there's a Korean guy. I can already see first take NBA countdown. Footage silence JJ is tearing Ayton a new one. Oh, dude. I mean, we all know how I feel about DeAndre Ayton. When I first saw him, I thought he was going to be the next great big in the league, and then I found out he's a bitch and refuses to play his position at size or have like any work ethic whatsoever. So now he's just an above average center.
I didn't mean to make... Where did you dig this up? I have inventions to share with you that I couldn't have completed without your help.
Nice. Great.
I'm increasing our allocation of materials. You...
Now displaying your current porter grade.
These plates can be attached to a vehicle. It's just... a...
Ah, ceramics. And now for what is almost assuredly a cutscene. Intermission. Oh, thank God I can take a piss.
Nothing seems to fit. Those raindrops are falling on my head. They keep falling. So
Doesn't use the pillow for sleeping on.
And I said I didn't like the way he got things done. Sleeping on the job. Those raindrops are falling on my head. They keep falling. But there's one thing I know. The blues they send to meet me won't defeat me. It won't be long till happiness themselves to greet me. Raindrops keep falling on my head.
No.
But that doesn't mean my eyes will soon be turning.
I'm so sorry, Sam.
Crying's not for me, 'cause I'm never gonna stop the rain by complaining, because I'm free. Nothing's worrying me.
Sam, it's Hartman. Do you have a moment? I've been wondering, is there a child on board with us? I asked because there were building blocks in my room, and I certainly don't recall putting them there. Unless you know something about them?
Maybe they belong to Tomorrow? She's taken an interest in all kinds of things.
Yes, that could well explain it. Right. Sorry for bothering you.
Tomorrow is basically a child, yes.
I hope so. Your next order is ready for you. This time you've been asked to deliver some cargo to East Fort Knott. But you need to travel to West Fort Knott to pick it up. And that's quite far from your final destination. The DHV Magellan can take you straight there at least. Plot a course for us.
Wait, we're going from West Fort Knott to East Fort Knott?
Bye for now. But once you accept this order, you can be assured that we'll provide you with whatever support you need. See to your equipment, then head to the West Fort Knott delivery terminal to get started.
Hey Sam, Tarman here. We used this recent downtime to modify the DHV Magellan so you can change its exterior color at will. If you access your ring terminal while in your private room, you'll see a new customization function is now available. So if you'd like to change things up before tackling your next order, you're more than welcome to do so.
Imagine being, shout out to the Pacers front office and owners only giving Turner 3 years at 23 per instead of fourth year that he wanted. Bucks gave him 4 at 27. Yeah. I mean, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. Like if Turner played any other position, I probably wouldn't give a fuck about it. The problem is that he's currently playing a position in an archetype that there are not that many of floating around the league, especially that are any good or at least a value add to a team. He's one of the few, and they didn't have to like, throw it all in just to be able to get him. So, because the reality is that, I mean, Turner did not a lot in the playoffs. It's not that he's bad, it's just that he didn't really show up that amazingly well in the playoffs. He disappeared in the finals, by and large. I did, Shades, yeah. But because of his role and how difficult it is to get your hands on that right now, that makes that a particularly silly situation. Especially when you'd be going so minimally into the apron. But it feels like the Pacers office is really catastrophizing, you know, with the situation in general, and so it might be that they are overreacting a bit. Oh, it's just the luxury tax. Oh.
As usual,
I mean, it begs the question, what do they have planned then? Like, what are they hoping to get?
Sam, been a while since you had a proper shower, wouldn't you say?
When I saw that coffin, I was reminded of a rather unorthodox type of psychotherapy. The patient lies down
Inside of a coffin?
which is then
Yeah.
closed, plunging them into darkness. In being subjected to this simulated experience of being laid to rest, they may find a measure of peace and comfort. If you spot a coffin that seems suitable for this, why not climb inside and see what happens?
Yeah. Totally. What draft picks and stuff do they have available to them? Green guy? Because, like, I mean, if you're gonna let him go, you have to have a replacement. Who are they chasing? Pacers going after fucking Giannis Antetokounmpo? That's not gonna happen. They just gave fucking Miles Turner up to the Bucks. So, like, who are they... Who in the fuck are they going after? There are not a lot of draft picks because they are all with the Thunder, but there are some. All their picks and some extra seconds. They didn't make any moves like in the middle of the draft. Oh, here we go.
Are we all in this? Hey, Sam.
Hi. What are you guys doing?
Nothing important.
Can you take a picture
As
of us?
usual.
Sure.
If we want to do it right, we could choose somewhere else.
Alright.
Why don't you choose?
Clearly you go to a bedroom. Obviously. No. Charlie's Angels Armory.
I'm getting tired, Sam.
Yeah. That's a nice photo.
Thanks. They'll make for a great memento.
I love it.
You take care, Sam.
All right, later.
Hiya! Oh my god. Alright. So did Kojima just do that shit so that he could have, you know, those 3 girls you know, mo-capping that shit? What was the... What was the... You know what? Never mind. Never mind. It was wonderful. Oh, wait a minute. I gotta go all the way to West Fort Knott, don't I? I mean, the mocap and stuff is all really good and all looks great, right? They do kind of look like fucking androids. The uncanny valley is very fucking strong, but the mocap is really good. You know, the Easter egg of, you know, J-pop fucking dance scene is another good example of it. It looks really good, very high quality capture. But, you know. Like, I guess at some point, maybe when you're playing this, maybe this will happen to me. Maybe at some point, I'll just embrace that this game is completely fucking unserious. Despite trying to tackle very serious things, and then just enjoy it for being completely batshit insane. Maybe that's what you have to do. Maybe you have to not take this game seriously, even though Kojima would want you to take it seriously. It's a mix, lighten up. I mean, I find fucking lots of things humorous and whatnot. I don't have any issues with games having lots of humorous moments, but there is a qualitative difference to be had between levity being provided in an otherwise relatively dark time, you know, written well, versus just a smattering of fuckery, and then occasionally here's an anime fucking VTuber that you're gonna deliver pizza to because she wants 200 kilograms of pizza, and then here's fucking Hideo's Angels where you take a picture of them. Like, there's... But then he also wants to have this really, like, serious conversation in this game, and in the first game. There's a lot more of the wackadoodle shit in this one than there is in the first game. Like, a lot more. But, you know, if you want to do that, do it. But I would rather him and anyone, you know, you pick a lane. Because if you're going to overdo it and not, you know, do a particularly adept marriage of those two, then it's just kind of like then all you're left with is just, depending on who's playing your game, does it like hit them at the right time, because it's not actually bringing anyone else along for the ride. It's entirely dependent upon if the person gives a fuck about the actual game or story or whatever. So for somebody like you, Shady, who didn't play the first one, has absolutely zero attachment to anything in it, probably doesn't even know that much about Kojima to begin with, goes into this having just watched somebody else play it, not me, but the, you know, probably Lyric or fucking some shit, watch the whole thing through. Like, you're finding some entertainment value in it from the perspective that contextually you have no context, and so everything is a meme, and you're getting your entertainment from that. But if that's not Kojima's intent, and I promise you Kojima's intent is not that this game is a meme, then that means that there's been that some decisions have been fucking made that are perhaps not the best decisions.
Sam, it's Tarman. This order calls for the delivery of some specialized medical equipment. West Fort Knott is the only place nearby with the facilities capable of fabricating it. Unfortunately, the DHV Magellan can't assist with transport. The risk of tar contamination is too great, which means you'll need to take it the overland route. It's a lot to lug all the way to East Fort Knott, but there we are. Hook them up to the network once you're there, and we'll move the ship to your position.
I can't believe I'm fucking going all the way out there. That's crazy work.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Fuck me, 7 kilometers. Alright, lads. And Shady. Here we go. Although Shady's probably about to go to bed here in like fucking 10 minutes. Save-a-roo. You can't save that which won't save itself. Oh, the highway has been expanded. Neat. Reenacting the bulldozer scene from Austin Powers. The bulldozer scene, or the or that little fucking transporter truck that he does a 710-point turn in. Apparently, if the game, if the same people use the same path, a lot of creates it. Yeah, it does. Yeah. It'll do it even if it's just you taking the same place, and it will even show up on the map. Oh, we're cooking. It was like that in the first game too. It's a neat mechanic, yeah. How does the online element work? It will randomly pull structures and shit like that in to populate your world with at junctures in which it makes sense from a, you know, game progression standpoint. And then you can interact with those objects, liking them, etc. And you can even leave behind weapons and supplies and etc. Drago. Come on. Now, yeah, there's a trail that will go down. Bum 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 bum.
Please refrain from touching the animals. Stay endangered animals by
Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, can I even get this in here? Oh, this could be a catastrophe. Going for it. Nailed it. Nailed it. That's not good, though. Oh, we got a road. Nice. Did nobody put a bridge across at any point here, or did the game just not provide me with... Oh my god. You're fucking joking. That's what I'm saying. Crazy. Alright, so good news is this highway gets me a reasonable amount of the way up there. I think I have a bridge here to use. Well, I thought there was, but I guess that's the only one nearby. No, we're not doing this. Are you serious? What is the point of these guns? Bro, what? What the fuck am I doing getting out of the vehicle?
Are you injured, Sam?
Really? I have one that was one fucking grenade? That's not even close to where I aimed that.
Oh boy, that must hurt.
just walk over into this little mist over here for a second. There we go. Good night, Shades. And back to it. The marathon run. Come on. Now I can go this ridge line. Bum, 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 bum. Hit the follow button if you haven't already, ladies and gentlemen, and you're enjoying whatever this is. I am merely a vessel to deliver the acid trip fever dream that is Hideo Kojima's whatever the fuck this is. I am a blank canvas on which the memes of Hideo Kojima's fraught brain may paint a picture. I spy with my little eye. Yes. Definitely. That's not gonna go up there. Oh, yeah. There we go. Although I think this takes me through another camp, doesn't it? We're going back up. Alright, we've made it down here. Now, we just kind of go slightly northeast. Get a charge up here first. Okay. Alright, 2.5 kilometers to go. Is this gonna be like a sheer cliff face coming up over here? No. really know. But, well, yeah, sort of. Okay. Now. We don't want to go too far over there. We end up in enemy territory. We've been there multiple times. That base's been cleared out, what, twice now for 2 separate missions? No, Fox. Oh, wait. Yes? Maybe? The chibi kid thing? Yeah. No, come on, bro.
Carry it alone.
Sam. Drawbridge credentials verified. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Access the delivery terminal to process your orders and requests.
To know where you are, if you're far or near. And I don't know how loud I'll have to sing for you to hear. If I can't marry you, I'll go.
We made it. We gotta go back. I forgot my phone adapter.
I appreciate you coming all this way. You're a lifesaver. I'm not just saying that either. I mean it. Seriously, we owe you. Right. Let's get this cargo processed ASAP. I've never processed a delivery that looked this good. You're even better than people say. We're so grateful for your support. Put us online with your Cupid.
Of course, his name is Leon Easton.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Our coffin boards now have spoilers, and they're painted red so they go faster.
Looks like we've finally become part of the chiral network. Between this and the life support systems you brought us, we can begin giving proper treatment to all the folks suffering from chiral contamination. Oh, I gotta look. Take it.
Oh, another pair of sunglasses.
Those beauties are pretty hard to come by these days. And I just know they'll look great on you. Oh,
That's
in
weird,
addition
but
to
alright.
that, I've shared the data for a Boca skeleton. It's a piece of equipment specially tailored to porter work. Ideal, it's bound, but we won't fall victim to the same tragedy that befell North Fort Knott. Our facility here at F4 isn't just a network connection point. It's also a key distribution hub for the eastern part of the continent. Without it, lots of folks would lose access to deliveries, and you'd have no chance of extending the network any further. And without a fully linked up continent, we'll never get to see a new plate game manifest. No need to worry though. You've guaranteed we'll be around for a good while yet. Rest assured that we will keep working to improve our skeleton tech. We'll be continuing our research into road development as well. All to bring this continent into the fold.
Great.
We've got a lot riding on you Drawbridge folks.
More than 50% of the Australian continent is now connected to the chiral network.
And it was you who made this possible. On behalf of the company, allow me to extend my sincerest thanks. It's likely that the difficulties we face will only continue to increase as we press on. But you and your comrades will rise to the challenge. The probability of creating a new plate gate rises with each expansion. Do what you must to make it happen.
Sam, it's happened again. A disruption in the tar currents.
Oh my god,
We
dude.
won't be able to head your way just yet.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Sam, this could be the result of that nirvana phenomenon, right? We won't know unless we take a look outside, though.
Yeah, of course. Hey, what's up, Yogurt?
As good as new to me.
We're probably gonna want, let's see. Okay. Oh, fuck. Okay. Give me a second, guys. M's migraine still hasn't gone away. I'm just gonna, just gonna go up and see if she needs anything. Or if I can help with anything. So, I'll be right back in a minute or so. Sit tight.